Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual View. We got a host of people in the chat. Welcome, Jennifer, Donna, Peggy. I think Ed is with us, and we have a host. So we are grateful for you and so blessed that you've joined us this morning or evening, wherever you are around the world. Our two lovely co-hosts, Dawn and Angie, are here along with me, Sari, and we are going to be hosting you today. We've got a good lineup, and again, welcome. And if you want a reading today, if you'll just put a heart in the chat, we'll try to get to as many of you as we can today. And we're going to start off just by a very quick grounding. It's Monday, and it's always exciting to start off the week. But it's important to start off the week grounded and cleared and protected. So I'm going to invite everyone just to find a nice place to sit and close your eyes just for a moment. Would invite everyone just to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Another exhale. And as you settle with a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths, notice your body today. Are you tense? Are you relaxed? Do you need to let this energy run through you? Relax your body. Settle into your chair. Continue to slow it down. Breathe deeply. And today, we are starting off the month of February, which is the month of love. And imagine yourself in this beautiful space, surrounded by lots of hearts. Red hearts, pink hearts, purple hearts. Imagine whatever colors resonate for you. And that you are surrounded by all this beautiful energy of love. It's that kind of love like when you hold a child for the first time. Or you bring a puppy home that you adopted. Think of a memory or an occasion where you've had this moment of joy. You are surrounded with a blanket of love. All these hearts are around each of us. And imagine that these hearts are filled with this beautiful, loving light, loving energy that is radiant. And it connects to all your chakra systems from head to toe. Feel this amazing, swirling, radiant energy working its way all the way through your body, and at the same time connecting you to heaven with the angels, and connecting you at the same time as below with Mother Gaia. Filling your emotional and physical body with light, with warmth, with love, with safety and protection. May this loving energy surround you for this entire week. May you go safe. May you feel loved, guided, and protected with this amazing love energy that fills your heart with joy. Take one more deep breath in. Let it out. And so it is. All right, we're going to get started with Dawn, and Dawn is going to take us through the significance of this week in astrology.
Hello, and it was been a fascinating. It'll be a fascinating day today because we still have that energy of the North Node and Neptune being together, and Venus is still in a conjunction with both of those, although she's moving on to 29 degrees today, and will move to Aries, into Aries tomorrow. So that'll be a time, if you've had there's been so many synchronicities that have been out there, and Neptune and the North Node are still going to be in a conjunction, a very strong conjunction for a while yet. So what dreams have been coming? What can you imagine? What do you want to go towards? And don't limit your dreams in this. What I would also say is with Venus moving into Aries tomorrow, and then Jupiter is going to be moving direct, I believe, on the 4th. Yeah, same day. So we do have that energy of now Jupiter is going to be Jupiter is going to be giving extra energy to the 11th degree of Gemini, because it's going to be at 11 degrees through the rest of Aquarius season. So if you have anything around those degrees, it's a good time to take advantage of that good luck of Jupiter, of the positive aspects of Jupiter. So that energy is going to be very getting you forward. I would say this week is a good week to get things done, especially with Venus being in Aries. Let's get it done. Venus is going to be ready to get things done now, because she's got this plan in her mind. She's not worried about the Venus retrograde yet, so that doesn't start for another month, a month away. So it's that energy of, now she's like, okay, I'm ready to get things lined up, that kind of energy. And so take advantage of that. I really do think that right now with Jupiter moving so slow, I wouldn't be that concerned about the Jupiter Saturn square yet, because when Jupiter going forward to me is just a positive thing. So I was more concerned when they were doing that as a retrograde. When it moves forward, we'll see what happens when it gets closer later in the spring to that true square again. So I would look at those things. And then eventually Jupiter's going to be moving on into Cancer in the summer, but that's way ahead. So I just want everybody to take advantage of Neptune and the North Node. Use music to your advantage. Dance. It's a form of meditation, actually, because that's all you're thinking about, the music and the dancing. Living in the moment. Synchronicities. All of those other things that you can think of as Neptune and the North Node. What are you moving towards? That higher spirituality. What gifts? People can open up to gifts more and more and more. So look at all those things, especially in the area of your chart that you have Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual anyway. But I wanted to turn this over to Angie so she can talk about our question today. So I'll let Angie go ahead. And I'm sorry, did anyone have any questions at all? No? Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us. We were having a lively and fun conversation before we came live to you guys this morning. And our question today is going to reflect around how we can create a legacy of love with that energy of Mercury trining Gemini. So those are going to be the 3 air area parts of your chart. Remember, trine is flow. So if you can, if you're a tactile person or a tactile learner, fold a sticky note and form a triangle with it and have it point to the 3 air areas in your chart, and try to see or jot just what are the first impressions that you get as far as how we can create generously, is what I wrote down: create generously and communicate wisely. And then I drew it like that. What is the intention we're putting into the pond, and what are the ripple effects that come from that one act? Because Jupiter going direct is going to be amplification, right? So it's going to amplify what we're doing. So even small ways that we think might feel small, especially with action as far as going towards what we love, creating what we love, use that Aries energy of boldness. It's the time to all this water energy. Let's use that fire to fire our hearts up and to really boldly, we were talking about boldly going where no one has gone before. And Dawn was saying the Starship Enterprise. And this whole weekend, I was getting Love Boat vibes. So it's ship energy. What ship do you want to call into your port? And it can be just one thing that you start putting action toward with passion. Aries and Venus is all about that boldness, to have that conversation, to tell that person how you feel, to really put that drive into what makes your heart sing. And by doing that, that's our rock into the pond. What are the ripple effects from that? And I used to do a SEL lesson, a social emotional learning lesson. If you're trying to decide between two things, I know a lot of people are feeling stuck right now. Get your two rocks. Okay. Get your two rocks that you're going to put into a pond. Put that in the middle circle. And then draw an outside circle. Okay. Well, if you take that action, what is going to be the ripple effect of that? What is then the ripple effect of that layer? And keep moving outwards. And do that for both case scenarios. And I think you'll be very surprised at the simplicity of that. Just being able to get out of your head, especially with that air trine, right? That's a lot of energy, of that rumination can occur there. How can we use that tactile flow and that fire of our body to then write it out? Put your two rocks in, and literally just even the worst case scenarios of both of those, right? And then, but also, what is the best case scenario of those ripple effects? You never know how you're going to affect someone. It can be one word that someone says that gets them thinking in a different way, that helps them snap out of a brain pattern that they've continued to go down. So if we can just jot today about how can we create a legacy of love? What does legacy mean? It is the day, the path of tradition today. It's a 5-day that is using our voice, and that is very much air energy of communication. And again, that fire energy of Aries, boldly saying what we've been afraid to say. Especially with Mars in retrograde and Cancer. That is, especially depending on where it is in our chart, it's an advocate energy. How can I advocate for myself instead of going inside the crab shell and just snapping at anything that wants to try to come inside that shell with you? How can we stand up for ourselves, embrace our fire, add that Pisces water energy of love of our own ship? We are our own ship, anchored in the South Node of Virgo. And that is going to be, we were talking about that self-love, self-advocacy, self-care. That is where we can pull to the middle of this nodal lesson for the next 18 months. So without further ado, I'm going to pull our first card today, but let us know in the comments. I'm curious to see, putting together a little fun activity. Where is your Venus? If you know where your Venus is located, what sign and house that is, do let us know. I'm very curious to see if we can get like a collective, if there are some commonalities there of our spiritual viewers. And wouldn't that be fun to just kind of data pool and see if we have more energy in one area than the other? Venus and Gemini, Candace. Oh, and welcome. I saw that it was your first time here, so welcome in. My Venus is in Gemini also. Here we go. We've got our sticker outer. Disciple of ritual. Okay, so that is a 40 energy. It's a pretty dark card just in general, just as in the photography of it, not as an energy. This has given me the vibes of the ancient ruins, of Stonehenge, just of the powerful energies that are at certain locations of the world. You can actually Google and look up. I did that last summer. I went into a little rabbit hole of where are the powerful energies in Ohio? Where can I visit? We have the Snake Mountains, and that vibration there is huge. So if you are feeling kind of, a little bit exhausted in this energy, that retrograde Mars is very exhausting. It's very exhausting. Disciple of ritual, though, how we can counteract and balance that energy is really sitting with ourselves. And I know even, winter time here in the US anyway, in other parts of the world, of course, winter time is tough. It is a time of darkness, and we may already feel alone, and we already may feel a little more isolated, but we are never truly alone when we connect with spirit, and when we right our ship. What is it going to take for us to right our ship and feel more anchored in energy that does not feel so great? So this is the 40 as an energy of the emperor. So, and Aries. Okay, so that's if you picture 4 points on a piece of graph paper. It's the first point. We can make 4 walls of stability. We can put a roof on that to feel safe and secure. And it's also the first time geometrically we can create another shape, which is a circle. And with that 0 here, that is protection from God. And this is saying, creating that circle, that ritual, something you do every day. And that is building self love. That is building autonomy and self advocacy and confidence and not feeling alone. So I think this is very, very beautiful. And I'm excited to see what the girls pulled up today for this big question. And I'm going to pass it over to Dawn next for hers.
Okay, so I will go ahead. I picked, not I picked, I had a volunteer. This is from the Oracle of the Seven Energies, and it really ties in so well. Number 20, a merry motive. And this is a lot about when you set intentions for what you really want, which is, what we're heading towards right now anyway. So you've chosen a path. You've set an intention and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind this drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you? What is your why? That is one of the big questions when you're setting intentions. Do I want other people to see me in a different light? Now, if you're setting the intention in that way, you're going to have a harder time with the intention. You have to have that, the intention in a way that it's for your greatest and highest good, what you're moving towards, without consideration as to how it's going to make you appear in the world. When you're moving towards what's truly meant for you, I really feel that you'll get the recognition, but that shouldn't be your motive as to what you're doing. It's like, okay, if you're going to go to a soup kitchen only because you want to be seen serving at the soup kitchen, I think you're missing the point, is what that kind of feeling of, why are you really doing it? I'm doing it so other people can see me doing it, or I'm doing it because it fills my soul. I'm a Cancer mom, so it fills my soul to see other people eat and be happy in food. So those are the things that you look at as far as what your motivations are. And I do like some of the other things it says in here. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. And I really think that is what we're going for. It's that I'm setting this intention because I want to move towards my goal and open up my gifts for the greater benefit of all. I want to be taken care of. I want abundance in that. I'm grateful for the abundance that I have right now. And I'm looking forward to being able to have every single one of my needs met instantly for my greatest and highest good, this or something better, right? So a merry motive, why? A merry motive, why are you setting that intention? That's what you need to think about as we're moving forward into this. And really, Venus in retrograde that's going to be coming up is really going to have us looking deeper into ourselves when that starts to take place in March. So take this energy that's in February and work with it, because it's very much calmer energy before we get into towards the end of the month. It'll be much stronger energy with things going on the collective. And let me say one more thing astrologically. I follow a number of astrologers online, and one of the things I love that Steve Judd said is, you know what, I've been doing charts, and the collective, yeah, we know there's a mess coming up, but individual charts, they look like they're having a great year. And I will say the same thing. The people that I have been reading in their charts, you know what, the collective is going to have a bit of a mess, but personal charts are actually fine. They're like going on and doing their things, and they're going and seeing their goals. So I do want people to realize that the collective is very different than what's going on with you personally. So realize that, and you have a say in that by showing your gratitude and keeping yourself protected, and in a sense, self-care. More being protected is more that self-care piece. So I will turn it over to Sari. Go ahead, Sari.
All right. So the question that we pose for the collective, how can we create that legacy of love during this time? And I pulled from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck, one of my favorites. And I haven't pulled this card before. This is a new one for me, the Book of Changes. All right. And so as you look at building your legacy of love, this is the commentary, if you will. Just as a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life, although it isn't always predictable. Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfoldment of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play, helping us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. In this card, and I love Kuan Yin, and just a little bit of history, both the Chinese and the Indian culture claim her as their goddess of mercy and compassion. And her energy is just really, really beautiful and calming. And if you feel like you need to be calmed and to understand that you are loved, call on Kuan Yin, because her energy will surround you and will really put you at ease. So as part of building this legacy of love, I think we should all expect some changes, in that perhaps, Dawn, what you said is, this or something better. And sometimes we can't see the path ahead, and oftentimes it feels like we are not making progress. But what she is saying in this card is, absolutely, you are making progress. You may just not see it manifested in your material surroundings or your physical surroundings. It says you're being asked to trust and allow the circumstances in your life to unfold. If there are delays, don't force it. Let it settle and sort itself out with as little interference by you as possible. So, and I'm an Aries, so, I want to make everything happen yesterday. And so part of my journey has been, don't push so hard to see a result, because oftentimes that's when we get the resistance right back. Allow the energy and things to unfold per the divine plan. And sometimes we're not supposed to know. But if we have trust and faith in the process, we let things unfold for our best and highest good. And Dawn, as you said it may be different. We oftentimes say to the universe, here's what I want, but I want it this way. And the universe doesn't operate that way. And oftentimes the universe knows much better than we do what is in our best and highest good. So I think saying this or something better and then just allowing spirit to bring it to us, I think is really the right way in terms of building our legacy of love, because it's on a very strong foundation. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Angie, and we're going to start our individual card pulls, and we're going to answer the question, what is Spirit's advice for you during this period? So if you'll put your numbers in the chat, Angie's going to roll the dice. I think she's already done so, and we'll start off with the first reader.
I am loving all these cards today. How beautiful are they? And that I also got the Wishing Well song when I was writing my notes early this morning. And I know that's an old song, but it's kind of a upbeat, get your energy up, play it on, ask Alexa to play it. I won't say it in case you got her going right now, but it's Terrence Trent D'Arby. And it is the wishing well energy. What is that pebble we're throwing in there, and that ripple effect, that legacy of love? Okay, I rolled. Let me make sure it's in here yet. 1 through 9, guys. I do not see the number yet. And it's okay if it doesn't come in, if that ship doesn't come in, then I will, I'll just give you what we got for the collective, which there's always something here for everybody, no matter who is pulling, guys, and who it's for. We're all swimming here together. Still not seeing it yet. There's our quality. Okay. Just out of fun, let you know, Clint Bearwood's making his appearance here with his in the environmental energy, asking us to take time out. So exactly what the ladies were already saying here. So Miss Donna Witten, 3 is the energy today. I rolled a 3, and it's Wolf Spirit. So, and that was a 67 card. Which is going to be a 13 energy of allowing something to transform, right? The caterpillar needs to turn into that butterfly, and it's like holding on to, maybe we feel like we've been hibernating, like I was talking about. It's been the wintertime energy. Underneath that is 38, lizard spirit of dream the world into being. So turning knowledge into wisdom, being in reverse on that wolf spirit here, Donna. That's like kind of feeling like I don't know where I'm supposed to go next, is what that feels like. And I don't know why I'm getting a download of, when is the last time you allowed yourself to dream? And this feels like very, very practical energy of just kind of repeating, because we have to, the dreaded shoulds, right? Is what that energy is feeling like with the wolf spirit in reverse. We have the knowledge, but then I don't think what we realize here is with this 11, which I know Dawn just mentioned, the 11-degree energy there. Dream the world into being. It is definitely give me a feeling of, I've never considered my dreams, or I've always put everybody else first, and I've never even considered what my dreams may be. So, Donna, if that resonates for you today, Spirit is encouraging you here to end this period of rest and taking time out and not doing. Okay, we need to be, and allow yourself that pause to really go deep and connect to spirit and dream a little dream of me. Like, really what's your knock it out of the park wildest dream, shoot for the moon, and we land in the stars, right? So aim higher. Use that Aries energy to be bold. Like, you never know what you're going to get. Go farther or better, just like the ladies were saying. And then anything underneath that's going to be cake and icing, right? So I feel like that's what is coming through here today for you. And I'm passing back over to Dawn. You're muted.
Yeah, the Mars retrograde, I'm ready for it to be done too, because it's going to go over my sun again. So it already retrograded over. Um, I I pulled for you the field of dreams. So talk about North Node and Neptune joining at this, so this is 21 field of dreams. And I think now is the time for you to set what you want to for manifestation. I really get that strong energy. This is the perfect time to harvest the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. So much so about just exactly what we've been talking about. And I think if there's anything that's going on with you as far as you're getting synchronicities, and you should be watching for them. Everybody should. Neptune, North Node, what should you be moving toward to increase your spiritual life, spiritual practices? North Node is where we're meant to go. This is a collective energy, and the nodes, even when they're in the collective houses, they have lessons for everyone, especially as it comes across anything that's a personal planet or point for you. So that's a lesson to take with you. I really feel that this is just your time to plant some really beautiful seeds and dream big, dream very, very big. Nothing is outside the limits of possibility, especially as we move into more quantum energy. So I hope that gave you the message that you were feeling, and I will turn this over to Sari.
All right. Thank you, Dawn. I'm going to read for Ed. And Ed, I love your picture of the lighthouse, and I was drawn to it today. I'm actually a docent in the West Coast's oldest lighthouse. It turned 175 years old last Saturday. And so I resonate with the ship analogy also. You said you wanted some doubloons on the ship that you were going to sail on, and include me in that. I pulled for you what Spirit's message for you. It's from the Lunar Nomad Oracle deck. And this is a garden. And it is a 20, which reduces to 2, which is around building kind of stability of a foundation. And Ed, this looks like a London English garden and very appropriate for you. And it is filled with flowers. There is the sun kind of peeking out from behind. And it has just a really nice glow to the card. And this card stands for gatherings, celebration, social events, ceremony, and creation. Sunlight bathes the garden in a warm, buttery glow. Delicious fragrance lingers on open winds blowing through a rainbow of flower blooms. An inviting gazebo inspires an intimate soiree, bustling with songs of laughter and good conversation. It says, alone time can be enriching because you find your center and heal old wounds. Introspection has a way of opening your eyes to dreams and desires, but introspection can also lead to isolation if we're not careful. And so this card is asking you, and the garden is asking you, should you be out more in the social setting? It says The world is a party and you are invited. Say yes to open invitations. Plan a weekend trip. Make an appearance at the party. Spending time in public places and mingling with other people stirs up synchronicities. Here's that word, synchronicities again. And you're sure to make some intriguing discoveries and a few stimulating connections. The garden awakens your senses and infuses you with magnetism. So, Ed, here's a chance to take your inner magnetism to the next level. And it is a balance of, that's a good one. It's a balance of, for all of us, feeling the need to be the hermit, being in retrospection, in meditation, in prayer, however you define it. But that also has to be balanced with getting out in the world and being seen. So the world wants to see more of you, Ed, out there. And it's a reminder to all of us to have a nice balance of the two and not to be too much of one or the other, if that makes sense. So Ed, it was just a pleasure. And I used to live in London too, so I have a strong connection to that part of the world. Thank you. And I'll pass it back to Angie.
London, lovely London. I went in my early 30s, and my entire goal was to find the perfect pair of leather pants. So, as you do, which that was my goal, and there were so many to choose from. And it's funny because I've been cleaning out my closets, and I found those pants, and they were just sitting there this morning as I was getting ready, and it reminded me of my London trip. So how cool is that? Go ahead and roll, guys. If you would like to get a message, if you have not yet had one. You have not yet had a message. I am loving all these synchronicities, guys. The creation, synchronicities itself. And Sri, in that card, that garden, I was getting that, like, it looks a little relic-y. I know that's not an actual word, but all those relics in the Stonehenge and Dawn and hers, it looked to me like trees and lights, like a garden party. I thought of the Three of Cups in my La Luna deck, and then you pulled that card. It's nuts. Hey, Miss Shrish. You just enter a number in. Enter a number in. Thanks, guys. I rolled a 1, and that would be for Miss Judy. Right off the top, I heard. Okay. Miss Judy, no way. All that shuffling, and look what's back, guys. This must be really important. This time around, since I've already done my intuitive hits on those, I'm going to get this message here from Spirit for us, turning knowledge into wisdom. And it came up again, and I set it in upright. So that's interesting that Spirit's like, nope, I want the protection message to be read. So it is on page 197, which is a 17 or an 8 of strength and balance, just like Suri was just, or Dawn was just talking about. What is unknown is still yet to be discovered. When wolf spirit appears, you're being told not to pretend you know something when we don't. We won't impress anyone with a little bit of knowledge. In fact, we can rob ourselves of a true experience and education if we tell ourselves we're done learning or that we don't have to know something. Be open, be humble and teachable, and the world will open up itself for you like magic. Now's the time to look into the world with reverence and awe and insatiable curiosity. We will never grow old if we're willing to keep learning. Wolf Spirit is waiting to be your mystical, loving guide. And that protection message is on page 198, which is of the moon and the hermit energy, that wisdom. Okay, that wisdom energy. What a beautiful, yet another synchronicity. So again, pairing with that Clint Bearwood, I know we've all been feeling maybe a alone or isolated. Oh, there's Cerie's whale. I knew that was going to come today. I've been seeing whales a lot. We're just talking about the whale watching. That for me is the high priestess of the ocean. So again, tying back to these ancient mysteries, you are not alone. Please hear us today. We love you guys. I'm heading this back over to the lovely Dawn.
Hello, I am reading for Jennifer Lee today, and when the card came out for you, I was like, "Oh, this is gorgeous." And I feel like this is also, we're getting the same message communally for everybody, because all these synchronicities are coming about. I feel like we're being asked to dream big. You can still be asking for what you want. And we just did the new moon in Aquarius ceremony, and we have the new moon coming up in Pisces. And when that happens, it'll be the last time, I believe, that we will have Neptune in Pisces to help set those intentions. So I will go ahead and show you this card, 32. 32. Magic prayer. When you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, "Thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done." Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to Spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. And one of the best things when you're trying to manifest forward is to do it in a place of joy and bliss. And I would say, especially with Neptune, where it's located at, music, dance, connect with your higher self, and just be in a place of joy. So, magic prayer, this or something better, you're not dreaming big enough right now. None of us are. So think about those things, because right now I feel the manifestation power is extremely strong, because what we're getting as an individual is so much different than what the collective is getting. All right, on to Cerie.
All right, thank you, Dawn. And I'm going to read for Candace. And Candace is new, first time here. So let's everyone in the chat just make sure that you've acknowledged Candace. And thank you so much for joining us. And I'm pulling from the Mother Mary Oracle deck. I used it for the first time, I believe, yesterday. And some of you have this deck. Peggy, I think you do. And I just love the messages. So Candace, what Spirit's message for you today is called Our Lady of Truth. It's a 17, which reduces to 8. And 8s can be connected with the Strength card. Again, another connection between the cards. She's wearing a crown. And this message, it says, when you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me. In those moments, your voice in every action rings true like a bell, sending out waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. Being in your truth empowers that which can assist and support you on your life path. Don't hold back out of fear. Be kind and be true. Let me help you attain both of these spiritual goals now. Remember, being in your truth is how you are closest to me. Candace, that's a beautiful card. It's very similar to the Queen of Swords around speaking our truth, cutting out what no longer serves us. But it also says there's also a kind and compassionate way using this beautiful energy of Mother Mary, because she represents this beautiful unconditional love energy that just surrounds us. And oftentimes people connect Kuan Yin's energy with Mother Mary's energy. So if you've ever experienced their energies, usually one comes with the other, or you might feel both of them around you. So another message from Our Lady of Truth And your opportunity, Candace, is to stand in your authenticity and to stand in your power. You can speak your truth without being unkind or angry. You can take your power back in many powerful ways by being polite, by being professional, and without drama. And call upon Mother Mary to help fill you with that compassion as you stand in your truth and stand tall for what you represent to yourself and to the world. So, Candace, that is a beautiful message for you. And we are so grateful that you have joined us for the first time. And please come back. I'll pass it back over to Angie, and we're going to start another round.
Sari, do you mind repeating that one part about the bell? Because it was funny when Dawn was reading her magic prayer. I got normally my left ear is a squeezy, that's right, but it was a loud beep. It was a big beep. And then as soon as you started talking about expressing and being, and you said something about ringing a bell, and I was like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh. And
it
it was
says,
like, bam again.
yeah, in those moments, your voice and every action rings true like a bell, sending out the waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. So it's
The
asking us,
waves of
yeah,
sound.
the waves of sound is asking us to speak our truth like a bell. And I think that's a great message for all of us, is to stay in our truth,
Yeah.
and to have the courage and the strength to be able to stand in that truth. And it's not easy sometimes, but I think it's a great message. But back over to you, Ange.
Thank you. I just wanted to reiterate those points because it was loud and clear, like a bell, very, very, very literal. Our whale spirit is trusting in the mystery, by the way. And we were talking about Sarah McLaughlin before I was talking about Sarah McLaughlin before the show and building a mystery. So that's beautiful. I've gotten the number. Let me see here if anybody. I'm just going to go back through what everybody's already put in. So a 3. So anybody that put a 3 at any point in the message, I see Miss Trish, you got a 3 right there. So we've got a shake your tail feather. If that is not Venus and Aries, I don't know what is. Letting it shine. That is a 46 energy. Peacock spirit. And I believe this came up in my live for last Thursday night as well. We've been getting a lot of birds, all of it, birds and trees, and now ships and whales. So letting it shine, peacock spirit. So a 46 energy, and the upright, which is a 10, which is a wheel of fortune. By speaking that truth, by standing in your truth and what you believe in, like she was saying, that's you shining. That is you shining, absolutely. So in this peacock spirit, I love that all that blue energy of the throat chakra there as well, coming from the heart. When is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression. And we're being called now to show the world the gorgeous creatures we are, for we're a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, peacock spirit says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force energy and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune and being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with us. So, I mean, we're losing track of the synchronicities. There's so many here today, and I'm just delighted. Back over to Miss Dawn. Thanks, guys.
Hello, hello. So I'm going to be reading for the Healed Heart Space. And the card that came out was the Oracle's Gift, right? This messages show up in very beautiful ways for people. And this, I think, is really saying that the magic is inside of you. And you can ask for anything that you want. I feel like being in a quiet place and enjoying a nice warm cup of tea or coffee and just being in that space of contentment, that is a beautiful energy to start with any day. So as I looked at this, I was like, basically it's a reminder that life is magical and you are magical. And you can have whatever it is that you want to manifest. And one of the things is putting that heart and mind coherence, what I truly want for my greatest and highest good, that or something better. And connecting that with knowing that that's coming. That's quantum manifestation, right? So the amazing thing with that too is once you have reached that point where you have that heart and mind coherence, that is the most powerful time to speak your manifestation. Coming from that place of knowing that you're on the right path. I think this North Node energy with Neptune, again, don't ever limit yourself. I cannot say enough that we are making too small of dreams what our wishes are. We need to expand that. Don't think that the universe is going to rush you into going from an orchestra to a rock stage in just a few moments. It will progress you forward as you need to progress. That's also something about us learning our spiritual paths. But start with beautiful contentment and just expand from there. So I will turn this over to Sari.
All right. I'm going to read for Shirley. And I believe, Shirley, this is your first time in the chat. If you're still with us, just do a shout out. If not, then I'll read a collective message. But this is from the Cosmic Oracle deck. I love this. And the card that I pulled today for Shirley was number 11. And this is the cosmic connection. We've been pulling a lot of 11s. We've been seeing 1111, 111. And again, that's the universe getting our attention. Thanks, Shirley. And so this card is significant, Shirley, in the sense that it says you are connected to cosmic intelligence. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. This card brings the message of divine support and illumination. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels with greater understanding, insight, and perception. It is no coincidence that you're finding yourself in sync with new people whose vibrations are at a similar frequency to your own. So welcome to the tribe. And these are new connections that are bringing you greater clarity and reflecting the radiant light within you. Yes, there are challenges that you might be feeling, challenges that can really tug at your heartstrings, but please understand that these challenges come to you at this time to help you grow and evolve to a higher state of consciousness. The universal energy of love has sent beautiful light-filled souls to guide your way and assist you through this transition. Not only do you have these wonderful earthly guides, but also the assistance of loving cosmic guides from a higher dimension. You are a visionary of love, and through the raising of your own vibration, you will assist others to awaken. This is a beautiful card, Shirley, and we're so grateful for you and the first-time viewers. It is just an affirmation and confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be, and you are raising your vibrations. You are spreading love and this wonderful energy to those around you. Keep it going and keep coming back. And we so appreciate you. But what a beautiful card for today's message. Now, do we have time for one more round? If we go quick, let's do it. All right, back to Ange.
Full on geek out mode. Thank you so much for all our new people here today. I love that energy, and please know that you are guided and protected and safe in the energy. I'll just pull one for everybody here today. I love the volunteer. Bobcat Spirit. What did I say? Life is a mystery. The the building of mysteries, Sarah McLaughlin. We got the mystery in another card, and here it is a third time. Also an 8, the balancing lemniscape of energy. Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Allow for that mystery. I know that's uncomfortable, guys. I do. I know it's uncomfortable to not know the outcome, but that slows our energy down when we have that expectation. Okay. So really just allow the beautiful mystery, be on your own cruise ship, anchor when you need to, and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Back over to Miss Sudan for collective all.
I'm just so excited. What beautiful synchronicities we've been having today. So I think that's pretty exciting. So let me go ahead. Angela, I'm going to pull from the Cosmic Oracle deck, Cosmic Journey Oracle deck for you. So let's get a card for Angela. 3, 2, 1, jump, right? What have you been afraid to start? And it's a number 1 card. What have you been afraid to start? I think that there's so much out there for you that you just need to be brave and take that first step. And I like this trying because I feel like it's going to be easier than you think once you get it started, because that reminds me how of trine energy works, where it's just I think there's a principle where it's a law of initiation. I think once you start something, then the universe is like, oh, they're putting their energy towards that. Well, let me help. So that is, I think, what you need to count on, that we are in a time of great manifestation. 3, 2, 1, jump. And I think that whatever that you secretly are wanting to do, this or something better, start your path, watch for the synchronicities, because don't think that because there's all this craziness going out in the collective, the charts are so different for people that you can do anything that you want. And that they're I literally have been going, oh, wow, there's a lot of really good stuff in for people individually in this energy. So utilize that. Go ahead, Suri.
Okay, and I'm going to read one last message. And Kim, I know you've been with us, but you said this is your first time in the chat. So I really wanted to geek out with you on a card. And so, again, these messages are so identical today. So, Kim, your message is from the Shaman's Dream, and this is called Spirit of the River. It's a 50, which is about change. It reduces to a 5. And this is movement towards adventure. And again, another water analogy. A lot of things around ships and water and all this beautiful energy, allowing and trusting the current. The spirit of the river invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. And it says, when this card appears, it's time to say yes to the next leg of the journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, whether it be your thoughts or your feelings or your beliefs about how things are or how they should be or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the spirit of the river. And I think for all of us, it's a reminder that we have to go with the flow of the divine plan. Sometimes we don't want whatever is coming, because we want to direct the outcome. Remember, we want to tell the universe what we want, but we also are telling it how to deliver it to us. And that's not the way that manifestation works. And so that or something better. So Kim, if you are experiencing any resistance or, not feeling like you're in the flow, what Spirit is saying, just release and flow in the river, because it's going to take you naturally where you need to go. And I believe it's a collective message for all of us, that as we move forward in these energies, resistance is not the way. Going with the flow and being in the flow and letting Spirit drive the boat is the most important message. So with that, we're up on the hour. We want to thank everyone. What fun today, and what great synchronicities. And we so appreciate you, Soul Tribe, and enjoy the week. Stay strong, stay in the flow. Put your intentions out there, but let's stay peaceful and calm. Call upon the energies of Mother Mary and Kuan Yin, that you allow compassion to surround you, unconditional love to surround you, and that you can share this energy with others. With that, we're going to let you go. It's a wrap. Have a wonderful week, and we'll be back with you on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much.
Round of applause. Everybody give yourself a
Yay.
round of applause out there, just because it's fun and silly and it'll make you smile.
Bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.